Hi guys, how you going? Well, I'm here to review the Counterculture's Stone and Wood Dark Unicorn Salt Chocolate Scotch Ale. It's their latest release, 500ml can, 7.6% ABV. First out, given to the club members. Looking forward to this one. I'll remove my horn and we'll get on with the review. How we going, guys? Mick here from Not Cartel, back with another kick-ass beer review. That's right, we're doing the Dark Unicorn from Counterculture, Stone and Wood, limited release. 500ml can, 7.6% ABV. It's their salted Choc Scotch Ale. 3 big standard drinks in this 500ml can. Do my best to read the can statement. It is gold writing against a dark brown background. Rightio, so above the pounding waves and jagged cliffs of Scotland, Clomore runs a strong beast who is the last of its kind, the Dark Unicorn, a symbol of power and passion. Sightings of this elusive creature are rare, but tales of its majesty have filled the halls of Scottish taverns for generations. According to age-old accounts, at the drawing of each winter, the Dark Unicorn makes its way from the cliffs and into the towns to deliver strength to the Scottish people to carry on through the final dark days of the long cold season. Taking inspiration from this tale of power and majesty, Counterculture presents Dark Unicorn, a malt-driven Scotch ale aged in starwood whisky barrels with lashings of choc, a touch of salt and an ABV of 7.6%. The perfect companion for winter's last cold days. Capture the magic of Dark Unicorn while you can, for it may not be seen this way again. By all accounts and the feedback that I've seen so far, let's hope this one goes into the next vote a little on down the line for a return. So we recently had a return of a couple of their limited releases. So yeah, let's hope that it does get some good feedback and is one of the options for the bring back at some stage down the track. Dark Unicorn is the 13th release from Counterculture, beers that go against the grain. Brewed on Bunjalung country. stoneandwood.com.au/counterculture. These guys hail out of Byron Bay. Once again, always as mentioned, Byron Bay for Counterculture, Stone and Wood. Let's get this baby poured up. I'm going to pour this up into my Hoppy Days Technique glass. It seems to be the glass of choice that a lot of people are using. There's quite a few that are using the Hoppy Days one. As you can see, I'm also wearing the Hoppy Days hat, supporting Hoppy Days. Out of the 500 glasses I have here in my collection, not one of them is a Scotch Ale glass. So I went online and had a little bit look at, oh wow, smell that. What actually is a Scotch Ale glass? It's a weird shaped glass. So I'm on the lookout for a Scotch Ale glass. I'm going to search high and low for one of them. I really do like my Scotch Ales. That smells absolutely delicious. Oh, better hold that up in front of the camera. It is dark. It's not as dark as what some people have made it out in their pictures. It does come up quite dark on the camera. Nice red hue to it. It is the typical Scotch Ale colour. Not sure whether I could maybe line that up to get it a bit of. There you can see it there, just on the edge. Nice red hue. Definitely a nice colour. The aroma is pretty good. Head looks good. Carbonation on point. Not much disappoints me about the Counterculture beers. We are currently waiting on the Stone and Wood Stone beer, the Crocs. They were held up. They are an imported product that they bottle in. Held up for quite a while, so we're just had a little bit of a feedback in relation to that beer now. They have been bottled and now on their way. In the meantime, this limited release has turned up this beauty. Let's get into it. It's got a slight barrel on the nose, straight up. Very, very malt driven. Slight booziness coming through, so I'm assuming that booziness is more more in line with the barrels that they've used, the Starwood whiskey. Quite a few breweries are actually using the Starwood whiskey barrels to age their beers. So it's good to see repurposing of the barrels, going towards good product and reuse for making beers. Brilliant. All right, let's get into it. Oh, wow. First thing that hits me is that whiskey barrel flavour. And that malt. And the touch of salt just coming off the back. So people are right when they say that. I'm getting the salt as well, particularly off the back of the sip. It's just got that woody sort of oaky flavour for me, and then the Scotch Ale comes through, and we get that salt off the back as mentioned. Just coats the centre, coats the sides a little bit. But for me, it's more of a throaty taste that I'm getting. It's more down here. Very, very much at the back of the tongue, at the very back of it for me. A little bit on the tip. Like I said, slight amount on the sides, a lot down the middle, but the pronunciation of that flavour is more sort of on the back of my throat, on the very back of the tongue. I'm going to allow it to warm. I would like to drink it around about 11 degrees. It's currently probably at around about 7 or 8. So it was only sort of just put into the fridge. Wanted to get it just below, knowing that once it went into that glass I'd probably get it around a 9, just over 9 degrees. It hits the palate, it doesn't, it's still quite cool. So I think it's nowhere near that 11 that I'd like it to be at. Give me an idea whether it'd be nice to enjoy it cold, a little bit warmer. But 11 degrees is probably about the point of the Scotch Ale. You don't want it to be any warmer than that. Excuse me, personal preference. Some people like to drink their stouts really, really cold, particularly the old school drinkers of stout, particularly Guinness, and the Murphys, and those sort of Irish stouts and those real traditional sort of stouts. People like to drink them really, really cold, whereas I like to drink them on the warmer side. Warmth always seems to intensify the flavours, particularly those ingredients like licorice root and other sort of things like that they use in those traditional stouts. So I like to drink my beers in that sort of temperature spectrums that are ideal, proven. So, cheers.